1,000 years before the Roman Empire, before the pharaohs carved their legacy in stone, before Babylon rose from the desert sands, a mysterious civilization had already mastered the art of city building, engineering, and writing. In the fertile floodplains of the Indus River, entire cities appeared, perfectly planned, astonishingly advanced, and eerily silent. Streets aligned with mathematical precision, homes equipped with private bathrooms, underground drainage systems that rival modern designs. Yet no temples, no grand tombs, no kings, and the most haunting mystery of all, no one knows what happened to them. They vanished without a trace. Their script remains undeciphered. Their people, nameless ghosts of history. Who were the masters of the Indus Valley? What secrets did they guard behind their mud brick walls? And what force, natural or human, erased them from the world's memory? Tonight, we travel back over 4,000 years to decode the secrets of Earth's first great civilization. Over 4,500 years ago, while much of the world was still living in scattered tribes, the Indus Valley civilization flourished across what is now Pakistan and northwest India. At its peak, it covered over 1.2 million square kilometers, an area larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. Its major cities, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Tolavira, were urban marvels. Wide boulevards, multi-story brick houses, and a grid layout that modern planners still admire. Even more astonishing, these cities lacked palaces, temples, or monuments to gods or rulers. No signs of war, no mass graves, no evidence of tyranny. Instead, a peaceful order seemed to reign, an enigma in an age of empires and conquest. Their economy thrived on agriculture, trade, and intricate crafts. Seals with animal motifs and unknown symbols suggest a written language, but not a single scholar has cracked its code. How could such an advanced society exist, and yet leave behind no legends, no known descendants, no clear explanation for its sudden fall? It's as if the earth swallowed them whole. What really happened to the first great civilization? It all began with a railroad. In the 1850s, British engineers were laying tracks across the Punjab region when they stumbled upon thousands of perfectly cut bricks, strangely uniform, eerily ancient. Locals had been using them for generations, unaware they were dismantling the ruins of something extraordinary. But it wasn't until 1921 that archaeologists finally uncovered what lay beneath the dust: the buried city of Harappa. 1 year later, another discovery stunned the world. Mohenjo-daro, over 600 kilometers away, mirrored Harappa almost exactly. The ruins revealed advanced urban planning, standardized weights and measures, and mysterious stone seals carved with animal figures and undeciphered symbols. There were no statues of gods, no royal tombs, no weapons of war. Just silence and perfection. The archaeologists were baffled. Had these people truly built such vast cities, without kings, armies, or priests? This was no isolated tribe. It was an entire civilization, lost in time, hidden in plain sight. But what else lay buried beneath the sands? And what secrets were locked inside those silent bricks? For decades, archaeologists scraped through layers of dust and time, piecing together fragments of an invisible puzzle. Each site brought more questions than answers. The streets of Mohenjo-daro, perfectly aligned, suggested knowledge of geometry and astronomy. Granaries implied complex logistics. The famous Great Bath hinted at ritual or sanitation, but no inscriptions explained its purpose. And then came the seals. Thousands of small stone tablets, each engraved with animals and strange symbols. Some showed unicorn-like creatures, others horned bulls, and beneath them, the script, a language that no one could read. Linguists tried everything, comparing it to Sanskrit, Sumerian, even Dravidian tongues. But without a Rosetta Stone, the Indus script refused to speak. The investigation widened. Satellite imaging revealed even more cities buried beneath farmland. Climate scientists studied soil layers. Geneticists analyzed ancient remains. Slowly, a theory began to take shape, a convergence of clues. But something still didn't add up. Why would such a vast, organized society vanish? Without warning? In 2019, a breakthrough finally cracked open the silence. A team of scientists recovered a rare Indus Valley skeleton from the Rakhigarhi site, one of the oldest and largest known cities. They extracted DNA from the remains, battling heat, decay, and contamination. What they found was astonishing. The woman's genome showed no trace of steppe ancestry, no link to the Indo-European migrations once thought to have shaped Indian civilization. Instead, her DNA connected her to a deep, ancient lineage, one that predated all known South Asian cultures. The implication was seismic. The people of the Indus Valley were indigenous, advanced, and culturally unique, a lost branch of humanity's urban evolution. Meanwhile, climate data revealed a second bombshell. Around 1900 BCE, the monsoon pattern began to shift dramatically. Rivers dried, crops failed, trade collapsed. The once mighty Saraswati River, believed to have supported dozens of settlements, vanished from the map. Nature, not war, had erased a civilization. But if their cities fell to drought, where did the people go? It began slowly, imperceptibly. The monsoon rains, once predictable and life-giving, faltered. Year after year, the mighty rivers shrank. Wells dried, fields cracked. The vast granaries of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro emptied. Without water, the engines of this great civilization ground to a halt. But there was no panic, no violent collapse. Instead, the cities were quietly abandoned. Brick by brick, families migrated eastward, toward the still-flowing Ganges basin. They carried their skills with them: pottery techniques, agricultural knowledge, spiritual practices. But the urban order they had built was gone. No one conquered them. No empire replaced them. Their script faded. Their cities crumbled under centuries of wind and silence. By the time new civilizations rose, Vedic, Persian, Greek, the Indus Valley had already become a legend buried in soil. But their legacy lived on, in subtle rituals, village layouts, symbols passed through generations, traces so faint, only now are we beginning to see them. This wasn't the end. It was a transformation, forgotten by history. Until now, the Indus Valley civilization challenges everything we thought we knew about the ancient world. A society without kings, without armies, without monuments to ego, yet capable of building some of the most sophisticated cities ever seen in prehistory. Their story is not one of war or empire, but of balance, harmony with nature, quiet innovation, and ultimately, survival through adaptation. They didn't disappear. They evolved. Their descendants walk among us, their cultural DNA embedded in daily life across South Asia, hidden in language, symbols, and sacred rituals. And still, they keep their secrets. A script that won't speak. Cities that whisper from the dust. What else lies buried beneath our feet, waiting to rewrite history? If you found this journey through time as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we uncover more forgotten truths from the ancient world. Because sometimes, the greatest civilizations are the ones that vanished without a sound.